Deep within the chilling forests and icy tundras of Native American folklore lies the myth of the Wendigo, a creature born from the depths of human depravity. This malevolent entity is said to embody the essence of greed, hunger, and insatiable craving, haunting the wilderness and preying upon those who dare to venture too close to its domain. Legend speaks of the creation of the Wendigo, a horrifying process that plunges an individual into a realm of unspeakable darkness and eternal torment. It is said that when a person succumbs to the insidious temptation of cannibalism, particularly during times of extreme famine or isolation, a malevolent force takes hold, birthing the dreaded Wendigo. In the depths of the unforgiving wilderness, where the biting cold pierces the soul and the icy winds howl with a sinister intent, the transformation begins. The cursed individual, consumed by desperation and driven to the brink of madness, becomes the vessel through which the Wendigo takes shape. The metamorphosis is an agonizing ordeal, as the victim's body and mind are ravaged by an ancient curse. Their once human form contorts and distorts, limbs elongating into grotesque proportions. The skin stretches tight over their emaciated frame, revealing the prominence of their skeletal structure. Sunken eyes, now glowing with a sickly, malevolent light, peer out from beneath a veil of matted hair, while jagged teeth protrude from their elongated jaw. As the curse takes hold, the cursed individual's insatiable hunger grows insatiable, consuming their every thought and driving them to seek out human flesh. The craving intensifies with each passing moment, gnawing at their insides like a relentless beast. The torment becomes unbearable, as their moral compass is shattered, and the lines between right and wrong blur into oblivion. The transformation is not merely physical but also encompasses a corruption of the soul. The human conscience is eclipsed by a voracious, primal urge, leaving behind only a hollow shell of the person they once were. The cursed individual becomes a vessel for the darkness, forever bound to a wretched existence that revolves around satisfying their insatiable lust for human flesh. Yet, the Wendigo's curse extends beyond the confines of the physical form. It taints the mind, twisting thoughts into a grotesque dance of sadistic pleasure. Visions of violence and cannibalistic acts invade their dreams, taunting them with a perverse satisfaction that can only be attained through the consumption of human flesh. The Wendigo whispers seductive promises of satiating their hunger, tempting them to descend further into the depths of depravity. Once transformed into a Wendigo, the cursed individual is doomed to wander the desolate corners of the wilderness, forever tormented by their insatiable hunger and eternal thirst for human suffering. Their wails and anguished cries echo through the night, a haunting reminder of their eternal suffering and the fate that awaits those who dare to cross their path. To encounter a Wendigo is to come face to face with pure terror, an experience that etches itself into the depths of one's soul, forever haunting their nightmares. Witnesses who have glimpsed this abomination describe a chilling presence that freezes the blood in their veins, leaving them paralyzed with fear. The atmosphere shifts as the Wendigo approaches, a bone-chilling cold descending upon the surroundings. The air becomes heavy with an acrid stench, a mix of decay and putrefaction that seems to linger long after the creature has passed. Shadows dance in unnatural patterns, elongating and contorting, as if they too are under the Wendigo's sinister influence. As the creature reveals itself, witnesses are met with a grotesque and harrowing sight. Its form is gaunt, its flesh clinging tightly to its emaciated frame as if barely holding on. Its limbs stretch unnaturally, ending in sharp, elongated claws that scrape the ground with an eerie, bone-chilling sound. Sunken, hollow eyes burn with a malevolent light, casting an unholy glow that pierces through the darkness. Its gaze, filled with hunger and malice, seems to penetrate the very core of one's being, leaving a lingering sense of dread that cannot be easily shaken. The Wendigo moves with an unnatural swiftness, its movements both agile and predatory. It traverses the terrain with a disturbing grace, appearing and disappearing among the trees as if it were part of the very shadows themselves. Witnesses often describe a haunting silence that accompanies the creature, as if the forest itself holds its breath in fear. The sounds that emanate from the Wendigo are bone-chilling, a mix of eerie moans and unearthly cries that echo through the night. These haunting wails are said to be the lamentations of its victims, forever trapped within its tormented form. They serve as a chilling reminder of the suffering that awaits those who fall prey to the creature's insatiable hunger. Encounters with a Wendigo are rarely without consequence. Witnesses report a profound sense of unease that lingers long after the encounter, as if the creature's presence has left an indelible mark on their very soul. Nightmares plagued by visions of the Wendigo's skeletal visage and insatiable hunger become a recurring torment, a constant reminder of the horrors they have witnessed. But the terror doesn't always end with the encounter itself. It is said that the Wendigo's influence can seep into the minds of those who have crossed its path, haunting their thoughts and driving them to the brink of madness. Whispers of darkness echo in their ears, urging them to embrace the creature's insidious desires, to succumb to their own inner demons. Witnessing a Wendigo is an experience that forever changes those who have had the misfortune of crossing its path. It serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurks within the human soul, a manifestation of our deepest fears and the consequences of giving in to our most primal and destructive urges. The Wendigo's presence is a harrowing testament to the horrors that await those who dare to stray from the path of morality and humanity. In the harrowing event of encountering a Wendigo, one's survival instincts must kick into overdrive, for escaping the clutches of this abominable creature is a matter of life and death. However, it is crucial to understand that facing a Wendigo is no easy feat, and the chances of survival are slim. Nevertheless, there are measures one can take to increase their odds, although the path ahead is fraught with terror and uncertainty. As the presence of the Wendigo engulfs the surroundings, a bone-chilling cold descends upon the air, seeping into every crevice of the environment. The trees sway with an eerie creaking, their branches contorted like skeletal fingers reaching out for the unwary. The forest itself seems to whisper dark secrets, foretelling the horrors that lie in wait. Should the unfortunate soul find themselves face to face with the Wendigo, their heart races, and their breath becomes shallow, as if the very air is stolen away by the malevolent force before them. The creature's hollow eyes lock onto their target, radiating hunger and a twisted pleasure in the anticipation of the hunt. The first instinct is to flee, to escape the clutches of the Wendigo's ravenous pursuit. Every step is a struggle as the ground beneath one's feet seems to conspire against their desperate flight. Twisted roots, hidden undergrowth, and grasping vines threaten to ensnare and trip the fleeing victim, prolonging their torment. Yet, running alone may not be enough to outpace the Wendigo's relentless pursuit. Its agility and unnatural speed allow it to close the gap with alarming swiftness. Desperate prayers for salvation echo through the mind, hoping for a miracle that seems all but impossible in the face of such malevolence. If fleeing proves futile, the next course of action is to seek shelter, to find some semblance of safety amidst the chaos. However, even within the refuge of four walls, the Wendigo's presence lingers, its chilling breath brushing against one's neck, a constant reminder of the impending doom. Desperation takes hold as the victim scans their surroundings for any means of defense. A crude weapon, a branch, or a rock may provide a fleeting moment of respite, allowing for a brief opportunity to strike at the creature's gaunt form. However, even the most valiant attempts may prove futile against the Wendigo's supernatural resilience. As the confrontation ensues, the air becomes thick with a suffocating silence, broken only by the sounds of gnashing teeth and growls that echo through the darkness. Each encounter is a deadly dance, a battle of wills against a creature born of hunger and despair. The Wendigo's claws slash through the air, leaving trails of crimson in their wake, while its jagged teeth snap with a sickening hunger. In the face of such overwhelming terror, one must remember that survival hinges on the ability to maintain composure amidst chaos. Fear, while a natural response, can become a paralyzing force, rendering one vulnerable to the Wendigo's insidious grasp. Suppressing the racing heart, calming the trembling limbs, and focusing on the instinct for self-preservation become paramount. Ultimately, however, it must be acknowledged that encounters with the Wendigo rarely end favorably for those who stumble into its path. It is a creature of pure malevolence, driven by an insatiable hunger that cannot be quelled. The mere act of encountering a Wendigo is a testament to the fragility of the human spirit and the boundless horrors that dwell in the darkest corners of existence. In the face of the Wendigo's relentless pursuit, survival remains a fleeting hope, an elusive light in the encroaching darkness. But for those who are unfortunate enough to encounter this supernatural abomination, it is a struggle against the forces of evil and an unforgiving battle for their very soul. The myth of the Wendigo serves as a cautionary tale, a chilling reminder of the depths to which humanity can descend when consumed by greed and desperation. It warns of the consequences of succumbing to one's darkest urges and the price one may pay for crossing the boundaries of morality. In the desolate corners of the wilderness, where the wind howls and the shadows dance, the legend of the Wendigo persists. A reminder that even in the darkest of times, the line between human and monster can blur, and the terrors that lurk within the human soul can manifest in unimaginable forms. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more scary myths and legends, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. I'll see you on our next spooky adventure.